So we know Polypop comes installed with a number of 3D models you can use for your stream, but what if you wanted to use a custom 3D model you found on a website, or some you've created yourself? In this short video, I'll give you a walkthrough finding a model and how to import it into Polypop for use on your stream. The website I like to use for finding 3D models is called sketchfab.com. There are various categories you can browse through, or just type in a specific search. There are free and premium assets. The pink section is premium, so if you stick to the blue section, you can still find quite a bit of content. You can key in a search term for a specific model you want, check the mark for downloadable, then I narrow the results for Creative Commons licenses. Not all are free to use. There are a lot that will just ask you to credit the artist in whatever project you use the model in. If you mouse over each of the types of licenses, it will give you an explanation on acceptable use. In recording this, I came across a nice toucan model that would make a great example for this tutorial. Here I searched for toucan and scrolled my way down to find it again. Keywords I look for when I want a model for use in Polypop is to search out low poly models. It keeps my Polypop resource usage low since I want the majority of my PC power used for gaming and streaming. Clicking the model will open up the preview window where you can inspect the model, view its wireframe and materials, etc. What I pay close attention to is the triangles count, the lower the better. Clicking download will give you different file types to choose from. For Polypop, I've had the most success with FBX and GLTF formats. There will also be a button to click to copy license info to credit the creator if it's required. I'll check that and save it for later to credit this artist down below. With the model downloaded, I'll hop back over to Polypop and do a quick import to see how it looks and hope that there aren't any issues. Sometimes models won't import cleanly. I'll browse to the FBX file I downloaded and import that, and then drag it to the canvas. We can already see the model didn't import with all of its textures. The branch is painted, but the toucan is not. For FBX files, all of the texture images should be in the same folder as the model when you import. Usually that's enough, but for this model, something else must be wrong because both of these needed textures that are already in here, and we know the branch loads up just fine. So I'll take a look at this model in Blender. If you don't know Blender, that's okay. It's a totally free 3D package I'm most familiar with. I'll go through it anyway just to show you what to look for. You could probably do this in any 3D package you're familiar with. Go up to File and Import, then search for the Toucan FBX file. Pressing numpad period or delete on the numpad will zoom in on the model. In the top right corner are buttons to change it to texture shaded. When clicked, we can see the bird is all pink. This is Blender telling me that this part of the model has no texture or it can't find the texture assigned to it. I'll right-click the toucan to select it, then switch to the Material tab in the right-hand panel. It looks like a checkered sphere. The base color is showing File 2, which should point to an image file. I'll expand that with the arrow on the left, then click the little folder icon to browse for the texture image. I'll select the Toucan TGA. The PGN file would work as well. Now we can see the model was updated with all the color detail we expected from the Sketchfab site. Here I'm just turning on statistics to take a look at the total polygon count of the model. All we need to do now is go to File and export this back out with the texture in place. File, Export, FBX. I'll select the existing model to overwrite it. I check the export options to the right hand side. Nothing really needs to be adjusted. I usually check Apply Transform just to be safe. Relaunching Polypop was enough to reload the model as it was already part of the scene and we didn't change any file names. Now I have a custom 3D model in my scene we can put some Polypop magic to for a stream. If this video has helped you in some way, leave a like or a comment. Let me know what was good and what might have been unclear. I plan to do another video on more custom 3D model aspects of Polypop, so keep a watch out for that, and thanks for stopping by.